Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So last month I filmed a video on makeup trends and techniques that everyone else seems to hate that I personally love. And I got a comment on that video from one of my amazing subscribers, Marissa, who always leaves the sweetest comments. And she asked if I would actually film the opposite version of that video. So that is what I have for you guys today. So today I'm talking about makeup trends and techniques that everyone else seems to love that I personally dislike or I hate on myself. And this video is just meant to be fun. If you do these trends and techniques, I say go for it. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable and amazing and beautiful, but it's just sometimes fun to chat about the different trends and techniques, and what we love and what other people love might not always match up. So let me know in the comment section below if there are any trends that everyone else seems to be jumping on that you just cannot stand. I would love to know. Okay, let's start with blurred lips. So blurred lips is this trend where you apply your lipstick in more of a messy way. You might apply it heavily in the center and then kind of smear it so you don't have a super defined lip line. It's supposed to look a little bit messy and undone and effortless. And for me, when I tried this trend, it just kind of looked like I applied my lipstick and then smeared it with my hand, or like I applied my lipstick and ate dinner and forgot to touch it up. It's almost a little bit too messy for me, and I think when it comes to my lip products, I prefer more of a crisp, defined lip line. Even when I wear lip gloss like I'm wearing today, I feel like it kind of goes outside of my lip line as I wear it and I talk, and I don't love how that looks by the end of the day. I just like my lip product to stay in place really well. I feel like this is one of those high fashion runway trends that look so pretty on models, but it doesn't necessarily translate as well in real life because it just ends up looking a little bit messy. So for me, blurred lips are just not my favorite. I prefer more of a defined lip line. Along with that trend, I don't love the blotted lip trend. I think that this is something that looks amazing on other people, so I wish that I loved it, but I can't get on board with it because I feel like I just want to keep applying my lip product until it's at its full opacity. There are products that are meant to give you that blotted lip look, like the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lips, but you can also just take your lipstick and lightly apply it and then kind of blend it in. I feel like when I do that, it almost looks dry or it enhances like the fine lines on my lips, and I just want to keep applying my product until I have that full opacity. Even if I reach for a more sheer lip product like a gloss, I feel like glosses are a lot more forgiving because they're so light reflecting, so they make your lips look really voluminous and full. And I don't know what it is, but the ultra blotted lips from ColourPop, they just make me look like I have dry, shriveled up lips, and I hate that look for me. So blush is a category of makeup where I wish I was more into it. I love looking at blush in the pan, I love wearing blush, but overall, I'm more of a subtle blush fan. So I feel like I don't get to take advantage of super intense blushes, super bright blushes, and one trend that a lot of people look amazing in would be super bright blush, but it's something that I just don't love for me. I'm more of a subtle blush fan. I think there are a few reasons for that. First of all, my face gets very, very red, so typically I apply foundation to kind of even out that redness, and applying a lot of blush back in place doesn't make a lot of sense for me because I take so much time to cover up that redness. And then on top of that, my cheekbones aren't super defined. My face is pretty round, so when I apply blush on my face, I just feel like it brings so much attention to my cheeks, and I don't love that on me. Also, I feel like I've never really nailed down the art of applying blush in a way that's flattering for my face shape, so I just kind of throw it on and hope for the best, and I think that's why I do prefer a more subtle blush overall. So maybe that's a technique I'll work on. I remember when I told you guys I needed to work on my brows, and not that they're anything amazing, but I used to do super intense, harsh, blocky brows, and I feel like I got better at them. So maybe blush application is an area where I can improve so I can jump on board with those super intense blush looks. Along with that trend, blush on the bridge of the nose is not something that I love, and I know a lot of people love that look because they say it gives them like a little bit of a sunburned look, but for me, I try so hard not to get sunburned, so that's not a look that I'm typically going for. But again, I think the reason why I don't love blush across the bridge of the nose or even in this area is because my face gets so red on its own, and it's almost like you always want something you don't have. So if you have a super red face or super red skin like I do, I feel like that's probably not a trend that you love either. Again, it looks super cute on other people, but for me, I just can't pull it off. I don't love how it looks. I know that glass skin is super trendy right now. It's been trendy for a while. It's where you try to make your skin look super luminous and smooth and poreless, and it's almost like your skin just looks like glass. And there are a few reasons why I don't love this trend. First of all, I feel like it's a little bit of an unattainable trend. I think it is attainable if you don't really wear makeup because you can wash your face and apply a really glossy or luminous serum or face oil, and that does give your skin more of that glass look appearance. But if you're going to apply makeup, I feel like the main way to achieve that is with highlighter. And it might look glass-like in photos, but I feel like in person, you don't get that super glossy look. I feel like you have to end up applying so many products just to get your skin to look natural and glass-like, and you could totally achieve that by just skipping makeup altogether. But I think the main reason why that trend isn't my personal favorite is because I do have super oily skin, and my skin is going to look so shiny, you know, on its own, but if I apply all of those super luminous products and super intense highlighters, it's just going to end up looking like a complete mess. So again, that is not a trend that works well for me. I know a lot of people love it and a lot of people can achieve it and it looks amazing on them, but I think I will stick with my mattifying products unless my skin decides to change and become a little less oily over time. I actually got this from a few of you in my last video. I saw some comments saying this as well, and I know that a lot of people love using concealer as eyeshadow primer, especially on YouTube. I see it all the time, and I also read it in my comment section, but that never ends up working for me. I just feel like concealer creases on me like crazy. Sometimes if I'm doing my base makeup first, I'll kind of go over my eyelids with a little bit of concealer, but by the time I set everything into place with powder, the concealer already creased. And if I wear eyeshadow on top of that concealer, my eyeshadow does not stay in place well. It creases so badly by the end of the day. So I personally love a regular eyeshadow primer. Concealer as eyeshadow primer just isn't great for me because I do have oily eyelids. If you have dry eyelids or normal eyelids, it might work well for you, but I just don't love how it causes my eyeshadow to crease. And on top of that, I feel like I have a hard time blending eyeshadow on top of concealer because it is a little bit more sticky or tacky. Again, this is another one that I saw quite a bit in the comments section of my last video, but a lot of people love a good cut crease. And I don't know that this is something that I have ever really attempted, but I just love how so many eyeshadow looks look before people actually go in and cut the crease. Don't get me wrong, cut crease looks are amazing. Some people are so talented with them and I wish that I had their skill level, but I almost like more of a slow fade between the lid and the crease rather than a super stark difference. I feel like I'll be watching a YouTube video and someone will be doing this amazing blended eyeshadow look and then they'll cut the crease, and while it's still really beautiful, I just appreciated how well it was so blended before they did that, and sometimes it can look a little bit harsh. So for me, I feel like cut creases are a little bit overrated. They're really beautiful and I can appreciate the precision it takes to do a cut crease look, but I just like more of a messy, blended, undone eyeshadow look from time to time. There are so many interesting eyeliner techniques like graphic liner, floating eyeliner, negative space eyeliner, but I feel like that is a trend that I personally don't love for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it's so hard. It's so hard to just do regular liner or winged liner, so to take the time to do a more intense eyeliner look is just way too difficult for me. Second of all, I feel like it never translates that well on me. So I'll close my eye and do my eyeliner, and when I open it up, it looks like curved or lopsided or weird because I have wrinkles. So the wrinkles just kind of cause the eyeliner to not look as great. I feel like it's one thing to take the time to do eyeshadow and blend eyeshadow. That's hard enough, but then adding in an interesting eyeliner look or doing that instead of eyeshadow takes so much time, and I just have a hard time with it, and it never looks good on my wrinkly eyelids. So that is a trend or technique that I think looks really cool. It's just not something that I can achieve. This is a little bit of an older one, but I still hear it from time to time. Some people say to wear white eyeliner on your waterline because it brightens up your eye. It kind of helps if you're looking super tired. It makes them look open and awake. But whenever I wear white eyeliner on my waterline, it's super obvious. It doesn't blend in well and it doesn't really brighten up my eye. It almost looks a little bit weird because typically I do apply eyeshadow as well. And even if I skip eyeshadow and I just go in with mascara on my lower lashes, the black mascara against the white waterline is so intense that it just kind of looks a little bit weird for me. A more natural way to brighten up your eyes is to apply a nude pencil, which I do like, but I also feel like if I'm wearing other eye makeup, it's still pretty obvious. So I don't know exactly what to do in that case. Typically, if I want my eyes to look really wide and awake and open, I'll just skip the majority of my eye makeup, and that usually does it for me. But I do think nude is a little bit softer than white. I can never pull off white eyeliner on the waterline. So those are some popular makeup trends and techniques that seem to work really well for other people that I can't get on board with. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section below which popular makeup trends and techniques you usually skip over, because I would love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye.